Welcome to our Regretful Parents episode, exclusive to YouTube. I'm Erika.
Ooh, and I'm Kristen.
Ooh, and she's Kristen. Today we have a Regretful Parents topic that comes straight from the Regretful Parents subreddit titled, Why the Fuck Did I Do This? That's a good title.
Aptly titled.
She says, Why the fuck did I do this? I got pregnant right around the time my husband lost his job at the beginning of January 2024. He works in tech, and we thought he'd find a new job soon, so we kept the pregnancy. Wow.
I can't believe it's all dependent on your husband's current employment.
Yeah.
That can fucking shift over the course of 18 years, bro.
I guess responsible.
Yeah, I'm glad that's a factor, but also it's a red flag.
What's going on with the tech industry as somebody who has worked in tech?
Oh,
I feel like everyone's losing their jobs.
It's true. So there was a huge hiring boom back in 2020. So they went fucking wild hiring folks. And obviously computer science has been a well regarded employment opportunity and pays really well. So there's a lot more folks, especially younger, that are getting into the pipeline to work in that industry. And after the hiring boom, basically all these companies were doing so well. And then all of a sudden, I think there was a small dip in the economy in 2022. And then things started to shift. So people were starting to get laid off. And at first we thought, okay, well, maybe this is just a 1 year thing while the economy's bad. But nope, capitalism doesn't work like that. So now the major tech companies are just laying off all these people, exchanging all the US folks, exchanging them for people who are getting paid less. And then on top of that, there's a lot of rumblings around AI replacing lower level jobs, especially in computer science. While that has yet to be seen fully, it's definitely a conversation. So I'm a little bit worried about it.
I hate that. And you know what? I hate that everybody has always been like, get a tech job, get a tech job. They're high paying, they're good, they're 100%. Stable. You'll always need tech jobs. And then it's like, nothing is reliable.
Exactly.
Okay, well, we're here to do Regretful Parents, not talk about tech jobs. She writes, it took him 15 months to find a job because apparently the tech industry is difficult to find work in these days. Yeah, bitch, we just talked about this forever. Didn't you listen to this?
God.
She said, I didn't make much money at my job, and I didn't go back after I had the baby, which is wild. You didn't go back after you had the baby?
Well, if she didn't make much money, then oftentimes it's more expensive to get childcare.
But her husband's not working.
Yeah, so the timing of this is that there was a 6-month rough gap where they both didn't have jobs.
That's crazy with the baby?
It's surprising, but at the same time, when you think about how there should be paid maternity and paternity leave for at least several months for each partner, then the timing actually makes some sense.
Okay. Pregnancy was hell. Seriously, it was the worst time in my life dealing with a depressed husband and then my own depression as I gained far too much weight and swelled so bad. I gained over 70 pounds. I never felt as ugly in my life as I did while pregnant. And you know that I can't go on without just complaining that we make everything about weight. And if you 100%. Have gained weight, you're not pretty anymore. That's already annoying to me, but
she's conflating I gained weight with now I'm ugly. Yeah.
Yes, I hate that, but I'm just going to move on from it.
Yep.
She said, I went overdue in my pregnancy because my body decided that I wasn't miserable enough.
Oh my God.
Baby wasn't born until October. Then comes the birth. And then in brackets, redacted rude language. Nurse put her hand inside me without properly sanitizing herself. So I had to get IV antibiotics.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, was there an infection? Is she leaving something out? Or I don't understand how this works.
Yeah, I don't either. Especially because it's wouldn't you need maybe she means she needed antibiotics later because she wasn't properly sanitized? I don't know. She doesn't go into details.
It's so weird.
But still, horrifying. Also, the nurse put her hand inside me. Ugh.
I mean, that happens, you know?
I hate it.
But usually I thought they have like gloves on.
She should have had gloves on.
But what do you think? I mean, they do that at the OBGYN, basically? They're like putting their fingers.
That.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
You like it?
I said it's kind of weird. What a fucking weirdo would I be if I liked it? Oh, what the fuck?
Kristen said it here first. She loves having a hand put inside her.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go.
They turned off my epidural, so I felt everything when it came to pushing. When it came to pushing. Which was so painful. Ugh. Doctor didn't listen to me when I said I wanted to delay cord clamping. Do you know what cord clamping is?
No, and I don't want to Google it either, to be honest.
No, I don't either.
Let's move on.
I also had a fucking 2nd-degree vaginal tear.
I hate that.
I don't know what any of these words mean.
I think there's 3 degrees. It's not good.
By the time my husband gets a job, baby is already 5 months old. We have to move across the country and sell our house. We don't get to live near family anymore.
Wow, that sucks.
Now I'm here being a housewife all on my own. Daughter is 8 months old. I can't unpack the moving boxes because my daughter will cry if I'm not holding her or if I'm away from her at all. My house is a fucking wreck. I'm still fat as hell from pregnancy, and I can't lose weight or else my milk supply tanks.
Going back to that formula conversation, there was also like a real bad shortage of formula for a while, so...
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's a lose-lose. Also, is this not a sign that maybe you just need to have a little more weight on you? Because your body's like withering with your supply tanks.
Yep.
Before I had my kid, I was fit, healthy, and attractive. I wore a size 2. This person has some things they gotta unpack.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, size 2 is, I mean, I don't know how tall she is or whatever, but that is tiny.
Tiny. If I would never have gotten pregnant, I could have moved and unpacked no problem. I wouldn't be fat and depressed. I'm never doing this again, and I'm so fucking stupid for ever doing it in the first place. What the fuck did I do? Don't have kids. Look like one of those Wallace and Gromit characters.
I mean, she clearly needs some therapy to work through her body issues. And it's a little concerning that this is all about her and her outward appearance when it comes to her regret. It's like, my body looks bad. And like, it does suck that she had to move across the country. And it does suck that her husband could only find one single job, apparently, across the country. But this is the problem with people relying on their family too much to have support systems in place. And again, it really is an onus on the fucking government to help provide more support for parents, because it's unacceptable that she's suffering by herself without anyone around her because she has no other choice because they need to have an income. Like, that just isn't a fucking shitty position to be in.
Oh my God. A fucking horrible position. I mean, these are the things you never think about. Like, what if your husband loses his job and can't get another job, and then out of desperation, you have to move?
Yeah.
I just love, in the current moment that we're living in, this whole narrative of women being like, I don't want to work. Like, I just want to be a housewife. And now this woman's being like, now I'm a housewife here all on my own. I'm stuck with this baby on me. I can't do any of the shit that I want to do. Fuck.
Yeah. Fucking fuck. I went against the comments. I do wish I knew what her career was before she had a baby. I'm very curious, but she doesn't say, so.
Yeah. A little surprising that she talks about her husband's job so much and the tech industry when she doesn't even go into her own job.
Right.
Most upvoted comment says, sometimes you really do have to put the baby down. You can't take care of your baby properly if you don't put her down long enough to take care of you sometimes. As long as her basic needs are met, fed, clean, dry, etc., then ignore the people telling you that putting her down and letting her cry occasionally is neglect/abuse. You need to take care of your basic needs too.
That's actually a really good point. Like, they make really sweet headphones now. Like, what? They do.
You won't hear a fucking thing.
You won't hear a fucking thing. At least it's muted. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about babies and baby development, but to me, it's out of control to expect a parent to hold their daughter or their kid for like the first 2 years of its life 24/7 a day. Like that's not how it works. And like I think with all things, it's seeking comfort, and eventually it's going to get used to not being held because you're going to make it self-soothe. So like
Yeah.
I don't see the problem with doing any of that.
Yeah, isn't it important for them to like learn to self-soothe? But maybe that's at a certain developmental
At
stage
some
in this baby's
point,
not there
right?
yet? I don't
I
know.
have no idea what year that people start. What do they call that? Is it sleep training? There's some name for it. Maybe I don't know. They let them learn how to get by without mom being present.
Another person said, that sounds like a hellish situation. Isolation in early parenthood makes everything so much worse, which is a thing that we didn't even touch on, the fact that she doesn't even have fucking friends.
Wait, where does she say that? Does she say that she has no friends? Oh, just
well,
because
she had to move
moved
to a new place.
Right. That's, yeah, ostensibly. But she doesn't mention friends at all. It's all family in her posts, which is like, do you have friends?
That's a good
I'm
question.
on to you. So, yeah, it's very sus that she might not have friends at all. And then she definitely doesn't have friends now. But I mean, that said, her and her husband were literally together for the first 15 months of this baby's life or whatever. I feel like all these problems are fixable. Like you could get baby formula. You could let your baby cry.
Yeah.
It does suck that she has no family support to watch the baby. That's an unsolvable problem at the moment. But she also gets to be home with her kid instead of work.
But it doesn't sound like she likes that. It doesn't sound like she wants to do that.
She should have fucking thought about that. You know,
I
this is
know.
her fucking problem that she
That's
created.
the root of every episode that we're going to do is you should have thought of that.
She made her bed and she's going to sleep in it.
Well, she's not going to sleep because the baby's crying.
She's going to sleep poorly in it.
She's going to be awake breastfeeding.
What can I say?
Nothing. Well, thanks for being here with us. If you like this kind of content, you fucking sick freak, listen to our podcast wherever you get podcasts, Dinky Pod. You can also find us on social media. Kristen, where are we?
At Dinky Pod on Instagram, TikTok. We're everywhere. Threads. We don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we really don't.